Despite being just 21 years old, Togi has quickly become the most controversial fitness influencer on the planet, with him glorifying taking massive amounts of steroids, gambling his life savings away, and jumping from one addiction to the next. The insanity that is Togi's life has garnered him millions of views and a devoted following throughout his platforms. However, with his abuse of narcotic steroids and other substances, online commentators have questioned how long he actually has left to do this. To understand Togi's life, we need to go back to see how he ended up like this, but it's incredibly difficult to find any information on Togi. This is due to the fact that almost all of his social media accounts eventually get banned as a result of the insane content which gets posted on there. Going off his main account, he made his first post in the beginning of 2022, which around this time was just gym memes and content. His personality seemed pretty laid back in these videos, with him making jokes and showing off his physique. This laid-back approach wouldn't last forever though. In early 2023, he posted his physique with a comment attached saying that this would be his last Natty video, and it really seemed like he was telling the truth. Soon after, his physique literally exploded, and in just a few months he was looking like this. In the comments of his physique update, he revealed that his cycle was test and VAR, which seems like the first mention of his cycle, but he would only get more open about what he was taking. He posted this TikTok which shows his face transformation after taking Trent, commenting that he went from looking like a bitch into a Chad. He was only 20 years old at this point and has a following of young and impressionable kids. So it would imply that before taking Trent you probably look like a bitch is probably not a great message to send. People on TikTok actually commented that this was their sign to hop on. But really, this was just the beginning of glorification of steroids. His TikTok is now filled with videos of him using steroids and showing off the results and the workouts that he gets while on them. His comment sections are filled with jealousy and people asking questions about steroids, obviously curious on how they can hop on. And in a podcast appearance with Larry Wheels show, he actually revealed that this was all a part of his master plan.
The title. But for me, in my experience so far, steroids are so fucking amazing, and I'm sure you get to a large degree agree with me, especially you.
Togi's goal was to get rich and famous, but his content wasn't exactly popping off on TikTok. So in order to differentiate himself from the crowd, he decided that he was going to use steroids on camera and essentially show how effective they're in transforming your physique. And his plan clearly worked. Since he started posting more steroid glorification videos, his follow count and the views on these have exploded, gaining hundreds of thousands of followers each month. By the end of 2023, one point a lot of people make with Togi is that he isn't directly telling people to take steroids, and that he should be applauded for being so open about it. Togi said himself that he isn't looking to become a positive influence on people, and a lot of his fans actually respect that. There's so many influencers online nowadays that continuously lie about not taking steroids when they clearly are. So in some ways, Togi seems like a breath of fresh air, bringing transparency into an industry which is overrun with fake natties looking to sell their supplements. However, this is where it starts to take a controversial turn though, as he started to lean more into the gym cell lifestyle, and has drawn huge criticism for glorifying steroids more than ever before. He noticed his plan to become famous through glorifying steroids was working, and his personality became even more exaggerated and unhinged because of it, which added fuel to the fire. The comments asking about steroids were getting even more worrying too, with people as young as 18 asking whether or not it was worth it to jump on, clearly being inspired by Togi's videos. And they're about to get even more Togi content to consume, as in December of 2023, he launched his YouTube channel, which gave us a better insight into how deep his addictions really go. He hasn't really spoken about other drugs on his TikTok other than steroids, but on his YouTube channel he's incredibly open, with things such as his gambling addiction, reliance on caffeine, and other hundreds of substances that he's on. In his first video titled Day in the Life of a Gear-Addicted College Dropout, he shows us everything he does in a normal day, which to you and me probably looks completely insane. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notified about part 2.